morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I had told you last week that we'd be making a lamb vegetable casserole. Now this is a one-pot easy dish to make if you're in a hurry. It's all layered and you can serve it. All you have to do is serve it with a salad because it's got a starch in it already, which will be the rice. Now they want white rice, but if you know me and listen to my videos long enough, I'll use parboiled, brown rice, wild rice, but I will not touch white rice unless I have to make rice pudding, because the other ones, it doesn't work. I've already tried them all and they all tasted horrible except with the white rice. So we're going to just walk through this. This is a lot of vegetables laid out, and we'll cook the lamb, and then we'll lay it in with more vegetables on top. It's got cheese on it. So it's got the chicken stock in it. That's why I had to make the chicken stock, which was driving me crazy yesterday. And it even has mint leaves on it. So this is a very interesting one. Now they say they want 2 tomatoes, seeded, sliced, and drained. And by the way, the instructions to make it is only this big. But I take my time and talk and enjoy doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to find a place to put everything, because I got my cookbook here with me. So we'll get 2 tomatoes. Now they didn't state what kind of tomatoes you wanted. Oh. I usually use egg tomatoes. That's what we knew them as in Texas. That's what I know them by. The ones that are very, very meaty. But the way they're talking about this, and they said you need a 2.5 quart casserole. That's the pan I've got. I've got 1.5, 2, but not a 2.5, so I'm using this one. I think might be a little big or a little small. I'm not sure yet. I'll show you. Right now I'm just cutting the stems out of my tomatoes. Now to seed these, it's not going to work unless you do it one way. You're going to have to cut them in half and then seed them. When you cut them like this, you have all the seeds exposed. See? That's how easy it is. So this is a one-pot casserole. It's got everything, and all you have to do is make a salad if you wish, or if you want vegetables, you could do vegetables. I think a salad would go very nice with it, and I've given you enough vinaigrettes and dressings that you can decide, or if you buy one in the store. But they're so limited in the store. I'd like to try an avocado, and I finally got the recipe for that because I would not buy it in the store. I will not buy a bought one. Now what they want you to do is slice these, and they want you to lay half of the tomato slices on the bottom of a 2.5 quart. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, how do I want to slice these? I could slice them in rings. Or do I want to do it this way? I have to think about how I want to do this. And you know what? Because this is one pot dish, I am going to do it this way. Like I told you, some recipes don't tell you exactly how they want. They just say slice. But if you slice it and you seed it, you can't slice it any other way without it collapsing. So I'm assuming this is what they want. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Well, you don't want to, okay. Lay these on the bottom of your 2.5 quart casserole pan. Grease it, by the way. Alright, they want, in this recipe, 2 small zucchinis, but they want you to do just 1 small zucchini, slice it, and lay it on the tomatoes. Okay. You don't want them long, do you? Cut into 1/4 inch slices. See, a lot of people just eat pork or beef or chicken, but you've got veal, lamb, quail, duck, turkey, buffalo, rabbit, so there's a lot. That's the best I can do on that. Now, I laid my tomato pieces in here. As you can see. Now they want me to lay these on top of them. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So see, these dishes aren't hard, they just take a little bit of time, but if you're in a hurry, you'll never make these dishes. I show you, I'm not a chef, I'm not somebody who, went to chef school and hiding behind a cloak to get you to do this. I'm just showing you that you can make a lot of these dishes if you just understand the terminologies and take your time. They're very easy to do. And some dishes I haven't tried, and I try it at the same time you do. See? That's exactly what I did. All right, what do you want next? All right, they want 1 cup of chopped yellow onion. This tomato over here because I'm going to use it later. need 1 cup of chopped onions, and we're only going to put sprinkle half over the zucchini. So I'm going to need a measuring cup. This onion's strong. Well, let me see. Sprinkle it over. This is good. Oh my good. Oh, this onion is strong. Oh, you can hardly see now. I am tearing up. All right, now we're going to just take a pound of lamb and cook and crumble it up. That's all we're going to do right now. Oh. I went to the butcher and he got me this. I was so happy. So in a frying pan, because lamb is greasy. Oh, my eyes burned from that one. Get that hot and put that in. Can you imagine if this turns out really nice? What about sitting there making hamburgers with this next year? Of course, I'd have to change the recipe around, but it's an idea. that's doing that. Because lamb is greasy, I will be straining it. Turn you because we're going to be seasoning. We're finally going to be getting to the seasoning part of it. This was a little more than a pound, so I could sit there and when I strain the fat off of it, I'll have a pound of lamb. So if you're going to get the lamb, knowing that it is on the fatty side, get a little more than a pound so you can strain that grease off and you won't lose anything. Set your oven at 375. See all that grease? We're going to strain it right out. You're going to sprinkle it all over this dish. Now we're going to be adding seasonings to this. Need a half a teaspoon of salt. That'll give you green. You need pepper to taste, because they don't give me an amount for pepper. So just put on as much as you want. to need oregano. I don't like the amount that they told me to put in, so I am adding more. Some people are terrified of seasonings. I am not terrified of seasonings. I'm going to put a good teaspoon in. When somebody says a good teaspoon, it means a little more than a teaspoon. Okay, now they want us to add a half a cup of rice. Now you know me, I'm not using white rice. I won't even encourage it. Closest thing I can get to white rice with my rebellion on it is parboiled rice. So I'll use parboiled. Now, how do they do parboil? What they do is they get the rice grains, they clean the husk and stuff off, and they rub off the germ and all. And then what they do is, I don't know how they do it, but they steam the nutrients into those grains. I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. Saying, you don't have any liquid in this. Yeah, I know, we're getting there. We're going to add a tablespoon of golden raisins. You're saying what? Yeah, I told you this was interesting. This is why I suggested let's make this. They say this is optional, but knowing lamb and having Middle Eastern dishes, I'm very, very familiar with them. My husband's friends, I said they were all over the world. So if you're unaccustomed to dishes like this, you'd say it's decadent, or I can't make it and my family won't like it. I can understand that, but I just happen to be exposed to it all, so I understand how good it is. All right. Now you want me to add the remaining onions, okay? Add the rest of your onions. Overlap the remaining tomato slices and then the zucchini slices on top. Okay, you know that tomato we didn't use yet? We're using it now. me get this up. No, we gotta do the zucchinis next. Sorry about that. Take the other zucchini, cut it the same way we've already cut the first one. Okay, let me see what they want us to do next on this recipe. Drizzle with oil. We need 1 tablespoon of oil, olive oil they use. So let me get a tablespoon. I didn't want tablespoon. Okay, I have to get a pan out. Okay, in a saucepan, you know the stock we made? Chicken stock? You're adding 1 cup in. Now you want 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. They want you, I have to go over here so you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. What you're going to do is stir this and bring it to a boil. And make sure that that tomato paste is dissolved. much going. I'm just waiting for it to come to a boil so I can clean this counter up some so I can work here. Just waiting. Now, you get upset about cooking with lamb and they want a pound, remember, give a little extra. I'd say almost 1/4 pound more. And so when you cook it, you'll have a pound in your casserole here. Because I did have 1 1/4 pounds, and when I got done, I saw the fat that came out, and I said, okay, I got rid of the fat as much as you can, strained it, and then did this. So I know that I actually have a pound of lamb. Now, how many grams of protein are in this meal? Now remember, 3 ounces of any kind of meat or fish is 25 grams, even if it's fowl. It's the same thing. So we're talking, how many 3s can you get into 16? You can get 5. And 5 times 25 is 125. So we're talking about 130 to 135 grams of protein because we have that extra ounce. You can add 5. So this dish, as simple as it is we're talking 125 grams. Now, you need 20 grams at each meal. Now remember, vegetables have let's see, how does it go? A cup of each vegetable is 1 gram of protein. Okay, so we've got that going in there as well. So you can see that this adds up. So how many people can you serve? With this, you can easily serve 6 people, 6 to 7 people. So it's not that this dish doesn't have the protein. It does, because they like us to get around anywhere from 20 to 25 for each meal. We eat 3 meals, so we're going to get that amount. Now, if you're a growing child, they're going to eat a ton of food all day long. They're not going to eat just 3 meals. And if you're pregnant, believe you me, I ate all day and all night. I mean, I just never stopped eating. So there are some circumstances, or a sick person, you've got to get that protein in. And most of the time, they don't want to eat at that point. And that's the very time when you've got to make each little bit of food that they eat is high in that protein and has what they need to do the repairs. People don't think of that when they're sick. That's why my family used to hate it when I got a cold. I finally figured out how to keep a cold away. So that's something that goes on. But anyway, this is how you work. It's not that you have a big roast here. It's your eyes are saying, yeah, I'm going to eat all that. But you really don't need all of that. A small roast can feed a lot more people than people realize. I think the next thing we're going to be doing is putting feta cheese on it too. Oh no, that's later. well, I should say chicken stock with the tomato paste in it is boiled. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this up with foil very tightly. Now you can put this in the oven and you get a whole hour to yourself, and in an hour the rice should be done, and we'll put the feta cheese and get that going with the mint leaves on this and finish this up nicely. I'll see you then. Okay, we're ready to finish the dish now. I just took it out of the oven, and here it is right now. Very, very typical of their dishes. Very, very close to the Middle East. You're going to have to get feta cheese. It's very popular in the area where they use lamb. Mint tea would go great with this. As you can see, it is one of their dishes. The twist of it with the American on it. They say a third of a cup, but you put on the amount that you want. These off properly. Need mint leaves. Not a lot. I had a mint plant till my son mowed it down. He told me he didn't see it. No, he didn't want to. I'll show you what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's see how I can get this going. Just wants to go that way. Ouch. There it is. That's the whole dish. So as you can see it, I'll bring it up so you can see it better. See how I did it? That's it. There's a casserole. Listen, you take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.